Want to know how to make the most of the month's energy and avoid the pitfalls? Welcome to the Cosmic Download with astrologer Simone Butler and intuitive Anna Francesca Celestino.
Cosmic Down. Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Simone.
Welcome to the Cosmic Download for June 2017. Okay, this was an interesting experience for me to get into the reading this month. Usually what I do is I kind of let my energy go into the month ahead of me and kind of read what I'm seeing. And this month it was like the doors were closed, doors were locked, I couldn't get in.
Well, and I hate to tell you, but that was that Mars-Saturn opposition that was happening just as we're getting set to record here on the weekend of the 28th of May. And Mars and Saturn together, boy, they are a locked gate or a closed door for sure.
Well, I bumped up against it, that's for sure. So I just sat quietly for a minute and I thought, okay, what do I need to do here to access this information? So what do I have to do? And it just came to me to just ask permission to enter. And so I did that, and it was as if the doors opened and I had access to all the energy for the month.
Well, good.
So here's what I got. I kind of felt like this whole month, even though I know the Saturn-Mars thing is shifting and it's just temporary, I feel like we are being called on this month to wake up and participate, to show up and be a part of what's going on. And I feel like if we don't do that, all month we're just going to be bumping up against resistance, bumping up against closed doors. We're just going to be reacting to everything that already exists in our world. Simone and I were talking a bit earlier, and there's the personal aspect of this, but there's also a global aspect as well. So I know it's really easy to sit back and, depending on what side of the political fence you're on, to complain about what's happening, to not like what's going on in the world. In order for something to change, we have to participate. It's like putting our 2 cents in. If we participate, if we formulate the vision ourselves for what we want for ourselves personally, professionally, and globally, that will be heard. It's like, okay, we're taking feedback now. Let's, the doors are open for feedback. Again, if we don't do that, we're going to be very frustrated. So my suggestion about what to do this month is whether it's making a list, whether it's creating a ceremony, whether it's setting up an altar, whether it's starting a journal, anything that's going to help you articulate your vision, sitting in meditation for a little bit, to just and ask yourself, what is it that I know to be true about how my life can be, how my work life can be, my contribution that I'm making to the world, and what is it that I know to be true about how the world can be. So it's really connecting in with that sense of truth and knowing. And that takes listening. It's going to take us really sitting and making some time for this, but you want your vote to be counted. You want your contribution to be made. You want to put your 2 cents.
Well, the truth and knowing that you're referring to is symbolized in astrology by the planet Jupiter. Jupiter rules not just truth and knowing, but also adventure. It rules speaking out and moving forward, especially when it's getting set to go direct after having been retrograde for the last 4 months. Ever since the middle of November, Jupiter's been in backward or inward mode. And there's been a lot of frustration and a lot of loss of faith even, and because faith is also very Jupiterian. And so Jupiter actually goes direct on the same day, the 9th of June, as the full moon in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is the sign ruled by Jupiter. So that's a double dose of the potential, anyway, for renewed optimism, renewed faith, and movement. Feeling like, okay, this train is coming by and I'm going to jump on it. It may feel a little bit fast. It's a fast-moving energy, or it will be as it picks up speed throughout the month. But it has the potential for being very renewing. And that, in combination with the Cancerian energies coming in, because, of course, we have the summer solstice this month. That's on the 20th, the sun moving into Cancer. Also, Mars, the planet of action and energy, moves into Cancer even earlier in the month on the 4th. So there'll be a lot of nurturing energy, a lot of patriotic energy. Cancer is a sign that rules home and family. And so what I'm really advising people to do with this combination of energies is to make sure that you really take charge of nurturing yourself, your body, your vision, as Anna was saying. Nurture your work. I just had the experience last night of finally taking a deep breath and deeply appreciating this baby that I've just birthed into the world, my new book, Moon Power, because people have been contacting me with all kinds of praise and thanks, because I've been so focused on just keeping moving forward, more promotion, what else I have to do to get the book out there. But, and I advise we all do this, take a step back. If you're feeling overwhelmed by all that still has to be done, take a deep breath and just really nurture yourself and appreciate all that you really have accomplished, especially over this last 4 months while Jupiter has been retrograde, because now that it's going direct, you have a chance to implement and put into motion all that you've been preparing over this 4-month period.
I want to say, first of all, congratulations on your book coming out. That's so exciting.
Thank you.
So Moon Power, right?
Yeah, thanks.
And tell me a little bit about the book. How does it help us?
Well, the subtitle is Lunar Rituals for Connecting with Your Inner Goddess. Women have always been connected to the moon, and I talk a lot about the ancient times when moon worship was happening and how we can recreate that in very simple ways. The moon sign is another way you can tap into your moon nature, where the moon was when you were born on that day. The book is set up in terms of different chapters that connect each moon sign to a particular goddess and a particular power animal. I have a celebrity goddess for each moon sign. So it's very entertaining, it's inspiring, and it's unique.
Well, I can't wait to get my copy. I can't believe I don't have one yet.
Thanks.
And I could relate to this thing about nurturing and appreciating, because I just had the 1-year anniversary of my shift system course that I've been building for about 3.5 years now. And it's about creating transformational change in your life. But we do that by going, we look in the shadows. We do the deep emotional work. And as a result of that, what we're seeing is a lot of lasting changes for people. And it's not so much about setting goals in your life, which we do, but it's really more about shifting your internal landscape and connecting with your internal awareness so that you show up in your life in a different way with more clarity, more confidence, and everything then, every choice that you make is different because it's connected to that inner guidance. And I know it was so much work, and I have a feeling other people out there have been doing a lot of hard work. I think this last cycle that we've been in has just been nose to the grindstone. So for whatever you're celebrating, whoever's listening, we celebrate with you.
Yeah. I just wanted to add one quick thing that I forgot to mention. Jupiter goes direct in the sign of Libra, which rules relationships of all kinds. And Mars and Venus will be traveling in a beautiful, harmonious aspect to one another all month as well. And so the combination of this energies is potentially quite great for either repairing existing rifts in relationships or starting new relationships. So that's something to be optimistic about as well.
Simone, I think we should remind people to mark their calendars for July 29th. Simone and I are going to be live in San Diego, and we're going to be talking about the summer eclipse that's coming up.
Yes, this total solar eclipse, which is only visible in the United States, nowhere else in the world, and it's the first time that this has happened in 100 years. It's a big deal. And wherever it's hitting your personal chart, you can expect big, big change in that area of life. So Anna and I are going to be talking about what is happening in the world with this eclipse and also how it's impacting different people's charts.
Yep, so we're excited to be live in San Diego, so we hope you can join us. So I think that's it for us. Have an amazing month. We hope that you can get that energy behind you and things take off in the direction that you want to go, and we'll see you back here in July.
Sounds good.
Thanks for listening. Subscribe now to be in the know and stay in the flow.